What's going on, Tottenham community? My name is Leo Coys. I'm part of Colorado Spurs, and I'm a diehard Tottenham Hotspur fan. And I'm joined by my homie, the one and only. If you haven't caught him on Parker's pitch, you could catch him right here, right now, live in the flesh on the only Tottenham Hotspur related podcast that's 5,280 feet above sea level. Welcome to episode number 20, mid-season withdrawals. Parker, how you doing, my homie?
Yeah, man, I'm doing pretty good. At the beginning of the season, I was thinking about like this break that's going on right now, and we're in fourth. We qualified for the final 16 of the Champions League, so yeah, I'm doing pretty good, honestly. I couldn't have asked for more, really. So, how you
Yeah,
doing?
well, we could ask for more, but that would just be selfish, right?
Not yeah. As a Spur fan, Spurs fan, I'm content from where I am now.
Perfect.
So yeah,
I agree, bro. Look, man, um, we are now basically like at the halfway point of the season. Um, for sure, it's definitely been a rocky road to get here. And bro, just to top it off, homie, we've had like ups and downs, right? And we're still in fourth place, right? If the season was to have ended this past game, our game against Leeds, we would have qualified for a Champions League spot. So I think in the long-term picture, we are where we wanted to be at around this time. Some people could say, hey, second, third, but look, we're still in Europe. We qualified, like you said, for the round of 16, which is detrimental for us, bro. We needed to be in this position at this point. Um, and so yeah, now Parker, me and you talk about this all the time, bro. How like we just hate like even the international breaks when they have 2 weeks off, bro. Now we have to wait like a whole month and some change to get some football back. Some
well,
club football.
I was gonna say we're about to have football every single day for the next month, so I'm really excited about
Yeah,
that. I'm excited to see England in there. I'm excited to see United States. I think our group is really exciting. Wales is in there too. Yeah, man, I'm excited for the World Cup. I can't wait.
yeah. Speaking of can't wait, dude, I seen this comment and I can't wait to bring it up. Guess who's back? Remember the little homie, the Scottish lad?
For sure, man. Thanks for stepping by, watching again.
Yeah,
It's been a while. Where have you been?
another trophyless season potentially. He just had to rub it in, huh? Just had to rub it in.
Just because
Hey,
we
look, little
we
homie.
crashed out of the Carabao Cup? No.
Right.
Yeah, it
I
could have been
mean,
a good
look,
opportunity for us, but there's still the FA Cup.
outsiders looking in, that's like their first dig at a Spurs fan is, oh, how many trophies,
He's not. He's a
but
Liverpool fan. If anybody needs to know,
yeah.
wants to know, not that.
Yes, who's back? Back again. Kulu's back. Tell a friend.
What
How
a
about
difference
Kulusevski, bro?
Kulusevski makes, man. What a difference. When he's on that right side of that pitch, oh my god, I just know he's going to do something special,
Yeah.
and it's just miles above what Richarlison can do, Lucas can do, anybody that we have. He's just something special, man. He really is. He's unbelievable.
Yeah. Look, bro, we have a special player. We definitely have a very special player in Kulusevski. I'm trying to kind of skim through these stats real quick. I wanted to see how many assists he had. I want to say he had 2 assists in the game against Leeds. But I could be wrong. Um, but right away, even the game before last, Parker, where he came on and like in 80 seconds made an impact like that, right? So that just goes to show you the amount of, just his presence on the pitch definitely helps us out, dude. Just by having his presence there, like you said, on the right side, um, is by far, bro, well needed, and we missed having a player like
Yeah.
Kulusevski on the pitch.
Because, like, when you think about last season, at the end of last season, we were so excited, right? Like, Kulisevsky was flying high. We were doing great. and we lost him for a little bit, and that hurt. And I think now that we have him back, we're just a completely different team. And like you said, it's kind of like a mentality thing. When he's on, everyone's running forward because they know that Kulusevski's going to put in a cross, right? He's going to put in a ball where, like, where you want to be at, and we can't really rely on, our the other side of the right side, to give that kind of, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know, to feed those kind of players. They don't. So when Kulu's on, they trust him, and they make those attacking runs because they know he's going to put in a ball.
Yeah. Do you think like somewhat subconsciously when Kulusevski and even like a Romero and Son for that matter, um do you think that that plays into the psyche of the rest of the other players, bro? Like, do you think it affects like Harry Kane knowing that he doesn't have Sonny to distribute the ball to? Or do you think it affects Kane knowing that Romero's not next to him?
Romero next to Kane.
To Dyer, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think our injuries have affected us, and I think in the beginning of the summer when we had that transfer window, a lot of us were a little hesitant. Like, okay, we got some players, so like, okay, we got some depth, but really, when the season came down to it, we didn't really have that kind of depth that we really hoped for.
Yeah.
So it does affect our players because you know it's like when we give the ball to Emerson, like you can just see the players kind of like, I don't know, stopping in their tracks, kind of thing. Like they're not going to make that extra run.
Yeah.
Um, it's just yeah. So
Bro, to be fair to Emerson Parker, him and Kulusevski, they looked pretty good this last game on that right side, bro. You know?
nah, yeah, Royal. I'm honestly like sick of talking about Emerson Royal, to be honest with you. Like just because it's like he doesn't do anything for the club,
Yeah.
and at this point, the only thing I want to talk about with Emerson Royale is where he's going to end up because I don't want to.
Have you seen the rumors of him being like supposedly Juventus's like number one target?
Yeah, yeah, I read that for sure.
I wonder how true
Um,
that is, bro.
yeah, I know.
They've
There's a
got
lot of
the
speculation about Juventus trying to get him, and that would be, that's great, honestly, if it was true. But it's like realistically, thinking about it, I don't know if that's also true. Um, it's like who said that? Is it a reliable source or is it just somebody trying to like pull our leg
bro.
kind of thing? Like,
I mean, is any source really that reliable nowadays, bro?
I mean, some sources are 100% reliable,
More than others, but it's
but
just
there's
like
some that are very unreliable. So you got to like take that into account and say,
I
okay,
won't believe it until it's signed, homie. You know what I mean? That's like when I'll be like, okay, damn, that's crazy.
yeah, until it's
Um,
like posted on their like official
yeah,
site and everything. Yeah.
dude. If there's anything that I've learned, like with like the past maybe 4 or 5 transfer windows, maybe like 4 transfer windows with Spurs is don't trust it, bro, until it's freaking signed. You know what I mean? How many people have we been, linked to? I know this past summer we were linked to everybody under the sun, bro, and we ended up just, with 7 players, don't get me wrong, but um yeah, just it's expect the unexpected for sure.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like we have another window coming up, and it's a really, really important window.
Yeah.
Um, and for Tottenham, it almost makes me a little worried because we know how Daniel Levy like negotiates. He's a very tough negotiator, right? And I don't know. When you think about the January window, not a lot of clubs are willing to let go of their players. They don't
Yeah.
want to. They don't want to get rid of their players. They want to be in contention too, and they don't want to get sell their players to a competitive or a competitor. Another club. So, and then also it's like with Tottenham, we're very cheap. So And I know like January like signings are like usually like a little higher than normal because
Yeah.
clubs can kind of like tell like, okay, you need this player. Like, okay, we're gonna just raise the price. And then it's also like another thing when I'm thinking about it is the World Cup is right in between it. And like if we, you know, find a player that like we really want, and he does really well in the World Cup, his price is just gonna go way up.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of, I don't know. It's questionable, especially with knowing Tottenham and how we spend. It could be something where we don't really
How we don't spend for that,
exceed
for lack of words.
expectations.
Yeah.
I could see us. I could see us getting like one player maybe, um, and it's just because of Daniel Levy. I don't think he's willing to spend the money. And a
Yeah.
lot of players, like I said, clubs don't really want to get rid of their players in January. Why would they? Especially their
Yeah.
top players.
If
So
if
yeah,
if Daniel Levy was to hit you up and say, "Yo, I'll give you one player," I think I asked Brian Daigle this last week, but you know, if you think we might get one, who do you think that one might be, or who would you prefer?
I would prefer a a right back, a right wing back. I think
Because
it's
I know you've been
clear.
big on like you wanted a defenseman, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I had to pick one, it would be on the right side. If I had to pick one transfer, yeah, it would be on the right side because I trust Dyer. I don't know. He's trustworthy. Like he's more trustworthy than our right back than we have right now. And
Yeah.
I think when Conte looks at it, he's probably thinking, I need somebody to improve that side, especially because he keeps playing Royale, and I think it's really obvious that he's not the right player for us. So that might be another thing that Conte's trying to do. Like, hey, like look at our players we have. We don't have the right wing back for us. So I think that's probably the position that Conte is going for the most. But
Yeah.
this is the thing about Conte. If we don't back him, then he'll walk. He's done that before in the past. So it's one of those things we have to spend the money, because I mean I don't want him to leave. Because if it wasn't for Conte, would we have Kulusevski right now? No. Would we have
Yeah.
Benton for our best midfielder? No.
No.
So it's like Conte knows what he's doing. He has experience with a lot of players. He knew what he was doing when he got Bentancur and Kulusevski, excuse me.
Yeah.
He knew these players before, and he knew what they were capable of, and he has a good eye for the players, and we have to back him. We really do. And that's what I'm really worried about is, are we going to back Conte? Because he'll leave. And honestly, like, we need Conte to win a trophy. We need Conte to win a trophy.
Yeah. Yo, the little Scottish lad says Tottenham need a player like, dare I say, Ivan Toney, someone that will give Kane competition and will be relatively cheap. He could be legendary with Kane's son Kulu and Richarlison. So maybe,
Why
dude,
would he be cheap? Why would he be cheap? He scored already 10 goals this season. He's in the Premier League. They're gonna,
well,
they're gonna.
relatively cheap. He's not going to be he's not going to be 100 mil player. He'd probably be like a
I
35, maybe
know.
40 mil.
Yeah,
They're not going
no.
to sell him for no 80.
Well, I think if you're looking at long term, it depends on like how the season kind of turns out.
Yeah.
So if we don't win shit and Kane leaves, then yeah, like I'd be okay with that. But I think if we're actually being ambitious, and we win a trophy this season and try to like build from there, that
Yeah.
Ivan Tony wouldn't. I don't think he would fit, just because we have Kane.
I like Ivan Toney, bro. He's a baller.
I'm
He's been
not saying
proving
he's
that as well
not.
too.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying he's not. He's a good footballer, but
I think we
why
could
would
get him
he
through the
play
door.
behind Kane if we kept Kane? If we
Well,
got rid
that's a
of
good
Kane,
point. Yeah,
I
that's
get
a
it.
good point.
If we got
Yeah.
rid of Kane, I get it. But like he's a player that needs to play every game. He needs to start, and he's not going to do that at Tottenham. We have Richarlison
Um,
too.
To be fair,
So
bro, he's got some legal issues he needs to worry about first.
that's a good point. He's been betting on games, which is pretty fucked up, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. I'm not rushing to judge. I'm no snitch. I'm no nothing. I don't want to like say that he did this or did that. I'm just saying there's hearsay saying that, some shit happened and he's part of it. And so like I hope he's not, whatever. This is a good shot too. James Tavernier would be great buy for Spurs. He would fit beautifully with Conte's ideas and is super cheap. Mm,
Why do you think he would be good with Conte's ideas? I just want to know. I'm not saying it
because
wrong.
he plays wing back and he's pretty good at wing back.
Okay.
So I think that's why he says that. I
I
could be
didn't think
wrong.
he was a wingback. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, homie. So look back to the game at Leeds. I know it was, a couple of days ago or whatnot, but it was our last game. We haven't streamed since then, so we'll talk about it a little bit. We went down, of course. Second half FC again, bro, having to come back. Um,
Yeah.
what are your initial thoughts, bro? Like when you're watching the game, what were your initial thoughts when we went down?
You yeah. It makes me think that we need to like update our defense. Um, and I don't think it was because we didn't try. I think everybody in that in the squad tried. I think even though the World Cup was around the corner, I think every player really put in 100%. And it just I don't know. It was one of those games where we like we just let off. We
Yeah.
score great, then and then we just let off and let them score. Then all of a sudden we switch back on, score again, and then we switch back off, and it's like we need to figure that out. We need to figure that out. So it just
Yeah.
makes you bite your nails. It makes you, and it's good entertainment, but oh my god, man! And we can't rely on Bentancur to score our goals. Like he's our midfielder. So
I'm glad he's picking up some slack though, my homie, because we'd be fucking screwed without him right now, bro.
oh yeah, man! Imagine if we didn't make those two signings last January.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, crazy.
well, my first impressions again, like when we went down, I was like, damn it, here we go again, bro. Having to play from behind again for some reason. We just love playing like that. And when I was at the pub, dude, and they scored, everybody was all bummed out, and I was like, yeah, I was like, now the game's really gonna start. You know what I mean? Like, and then I
Yeah.
got everybody cheering again. So you know how I do it, homie. I got everybody cheering when they scored on us.
Yeah, dude, you got
I'm
to
like,
get us
yeah, now the
going.
game's gonna start. You know what I mean?
And
Um,
that is how it is because we concede, then all of a sudden we switch on every time. That's how it
yeah,
is. So
yeah,
it's I don't know if it's fatigue, if it's like the World Cup. I don't know. It's just I think things are going to be a lot different come January.
yeah.
Like
I hope, bro.
I mean, even
But
like
first,
players are going to be even more tired. I mean, it's crazy
oh yeah, especially if they're going deep into the World Cup.
playing in
Um,
90-degree heat. You know,
yeah,
high 80s.
yeah, bro. You're right, man. Damn, I don't even like doing anything if it's above like 75, my homie.
Yeah, that's what makes me question England because I mean they haven't done really well in the heat in the past, so it's like I don't see them going far. So I see them like quarterfinals. This is England I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Let me just pull this up real quick, bro. I'm trying to show something. You had you put a you put a picture up in the group chat the other day, that we have with the Yiddy ups of Heung-min Son, right, with his face mask. Um, what do you what do you think of this right here, Parker? When you look at that dude and you see that, like, what do you think, Mohobi?
I think he's a beast, man. He's a fighter, and he's not going to miss the World Cup
Yeah,
because his brain. I mean, he's mentally still there. He's physically still there. When I mean physically, I mean like his legs, his arms, his torso kind of thing. Like he's not like he
Yeah,
didn't like pull any muscles or anything like, and he's probably not going to do. He's probably going to be taking all the corners. He's not going to be in the middle trying to take a
that's the
corner. You
ball.
know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like so,
I
um,
agree.
I think I'll do okay. I think he's a fighter and he's passionate about football, and that's what we
Yeah,
need in a footballer for our club too. So,
that is true, my homie. That is true. Just real quick before we go into the next topic, Parker, I wanted to let people know to follow us on Instagram at Mile High Hotspur. Drop us what is it? You follow on Instagram? Is that what it is? Yeah, follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Um, let's see here. And also to we have a Patreon page where you guys could definitely think about supporting our channel, be a part of our Patreon at patreon.com/Mile High Hotspur. And Parker, we like to remind people here that this is Denver's very own Tottenham Hotspur podcast, the Mile High Hotspur. I'm Leo Coys. You are Parker Coys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And with that being said, bro, this might be like a quicker stream today. I kind of wanted to go over the World Cup. How do you feel about that? Being as it's like 2, 3 days away from starting.
yeah,
Um,
it's relevant. It's we all love the World Cup, man. It's football every single day. It's great.
yeah. Are you gonna be able to watch this? Bro, before we go any further, the games are pretty early, my homie.
Yeah, I know. It's either I don't know. Like I think the United States, their first game is like at noon, so it could potentially be as early as 6. So it's pretty normal, like for what we're used to being in America.
Yeah.
It's going to be between like 6 a.m. and like noon or so for all the games. So yeah, I
Um,
like it. I'm happy about that.
I, I'm just bummed that I'm gonna be like at work for all the weekday games, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, me too. I don't know. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna find a way to stream.
Yeah, no,
But
for sure. I will too, bro. I always am one to what's the word? Just like ignore my work responsibilities. Big up to Scott M. Hope you're doing well too, bro.
what's up, Scott?
Um, so we're just gonna start with the first group, my homie. The group A uh has the host Qatar, has Ecuador, Senegal, who are now Sadio Mane lists, and the Netherlands. Um,
I've heard
seems
that
like
Sadio Mane might still play.
I seen today reports that they're not gonna go him.
They're not okay.
But I mean, those are conflicting reports, obviously.
Okay.
Let's just say, for argument's sake, he doesn't play.
Okay.
And now you're looking at a group that consists of Qatar, who supposedly are bribing Ecuadorian players, uh,
The Netherlands.
Netherlands and Senegal. So out of those four, Parker, who do you think's walking away with you know the group, and who do
I'll
you
tell
think's runner up?
you. I'll tell you this. I think even without Sadio Mane, I think they're still a strong club, Senegal,
Yeah,
because one player doesn't win a African Cup of Nations. Just one player.
yeah.
And even if he isn't playing, he's probably gonna be in the squad, like on the bench and in the locker
For
room, like
morale.
that. So
Yeah,
he's gonna give them that morale. I think the Netherlands and Senegal are gonna advance for sure.
Netherlands. You got Netherlands winning that group. I do
I
easily.
don't know. I honestly don't know who's gonna get first and second. I just know that those two teams are gonna advance.
Yeah.
Either way, it's gonna be
Let's.
um, because even if Sadio Mane isn't there, like I said, he's still going to be like a good presence onto the team, and they do really well. They have a lot of good players even without Sadio Mane. Like I know that
Yeah.
he's their best player, but
Happy Mate Sar, bro.
yeah, they have a lot of
Let's
good players. So it's not just Mane, but
let's see if well, yeah, they have the Chelsea keeper. Mendy.
Oh yeah, they have
They
it goes
have
on. The list goes on and on. Like they have
yeah,
a
they have
lot of good
ballers, bro.
players.
They have ballers. I'm interested to see whether or not Pape Matar will get any minutes playing with them. I want to say he is part of their squad. I'm positive he's part of their squad.
Yeah,
And it's dope to see a youngster who hasn't really played for Tottenham this year still be looked at, and upon by
yeah,
his country to be able to represent them, bro, especially being what, 19, maybe even 20 years old, that might be pushing it. So knowing that he's going to be at the World Cup, bro, that's definitely got to do his confidence, a boost. So yeah, I think
absolutely.
Netherlands are definitely going to run away with that group, and I second Senegal. But look, bro, this is the World Cup of Qatar, so we know that money talks, homie. So dare I say, who knows if Qatar could buy their way out of this group, my homie?
Not the World Cup, man. There's too many people watching. There's too much at stake. They're not gonna
They got the World
pay.
Cup bid,
They're not
bro.
gonna pay the referees to win the game. They're not good enough. They're not advancing.
Oh,
Let's move on to the next group.
I got a free Qatar winning the whole thing. It's like imagine putting $1 on that bet,
Yo,
homie.
we could make a local group and beat Qatar.
The Esther's 11.
Yeah, dude, we can make an Esther's Colorado Spurs 11 and still beat Qatar.
That's
Anyway,
funny.
Group B. Who's in Group B? Tell me. Educate me.
England, Iran, USA, and Wales.
Yeah, man. That
That's a
is
good group. That's a
that is a
fire
tough
group,
group.
homie.
Ooh, 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 ooh. USA or Wales? That's really the question because it's like Iran is not going to make it through. I mean, they just got unlucky. Maybe they could have made it through a different group, but because this group
Yeah,
is just so stacked,
I agree, bro.
man, Wales, they're good, man. I could see them just totally knocking out the United States and just England, Wales. I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah.
But as an like United States American, I want to see the United States go through. So my heart's telling me that it'll be England, United States.
Bro, I don't think that like even myself, I don't think we've had this conversation yet, but like this is the moment, bro. I'm putting you on blast, homie. Who are you rooting for? Because I know it might be either one of these two.
United States
Are you? Okay.
until they
Well,
get out, because I don't see them going too far. So as soon as they get
right.
kicked out, then it's England, and yeah, that's just the way it is. And if it's United States, against England, in the semifinals or the quarterfinals or whatever, I'm going for United States. Like, I'm sorry. As much as I
You
love
don't gotta
Harry
be sorry to
Kane,
me, my homie.
I don't care. Like, I love Harry Kane and what he does for the club, but it's like when it
Yeah.
comes to the World Cup, I'm going for the United States, 100%. Like, no questions asked.
Okay. All right. So, you think it's gonna be England and USA?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a first shout. I think
So
out
Scottish
of
lad, I
there,
want you to fuck right off, dude, because you keep saying shit and it pisses me off, dude. So don't tell me I can't support England when the club that I support has the most England
yeah, that's
caps
funny because I support England.
than any other club in England ever. We're above Aston Villa being the first club with the most England caps. So Scottish
Damn.
lad, just fucking fuck off.
Mane, this is going back to earlier. I forgot to bring up these comments. Scott M said Mane is out. And then your homie Scottish lad say England ain't getting past the group stage. The Senegal team doctor announced it today, so it's pretty official. Yeah, I knew it was kind of official. That's what I thought it was official. Um, hey lads, Ellie's back. Ellie, nice to see you. It's been a while. I hope everything's going good for you. Big up, Scott, my Hoiberg nemesis. Oh yeah, that's funny. Where's the Tillman in the USA squad? Been balling for the Rangers. I don't watch Scottish ball. I'm sorry, my homie. Um,
Bro, everything you say is just stupid. I'm sorry.
and Cuckoo would have been one to watch for France, but he got injured. Oh yeah, that is true. That's That sucks for him, man. He got injured. That's right.
Did he? He was on our
Um,
squad like what 5 years ago, and he didn't play one
no, that
game.
was Nkudu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So who
it's
the hell's
messed
him?
up.
So who's Kudu? Who's this guy then?
You have to research Nkuku, bro.
Did he play for Spurs?
He's
Because if he
awesome.
didn't, I don't give a
No,
fuck.
no, he didn't play for Spurs,
Then
bro.
I don't care. What the hell?
Scott M says, Ellie, if England face Denmark, who you cheering for? Ooh, I'd have to say she's gonna be rooting for England for
That is
sure.
a good question for Ellie. Ellie, please answer that question because that is a great question.
Group B, the weakest group by far.
Wait, is that
That's
our group?
funny. Yeah,
No, it's not the. That's not the weakest
bro,
group.
he's being facetious.
Okay,
You see his little.
come on, dude. No.
It's coming from Scott M, bro. You know what I mean? Like his positivity is always misinterpreted for negativity. Wouldn't be surprised if England don't get out of the group. Yo, Hasper, big up to you, my man. I don't I wouldn't put it past them to not get out of the fucking group, honestly. But I'm rooting for them.
They're getting out of the group 100%, man. I mean, when you look at their like points in the World Cup qualification and everything, I mean, they win like pretty much every game. So England are definitely going to make it into the next round. It's really the question of who else is going to make it. Is it going to be Wales? Is it going to be USA? And that's really the biggest question. England are going to advance. I have no doubt about it. 100%.
Yeah.
I bet a
They
million
haven't been in
dollars.
good form, bro. They haven't been in good form leading up to it, but we'll see, bro. We'll see. Anything can happen. Um, Big up to Bobby K. Hope you're doing good, brother. Hope you're doing good. Um, he said, and that's why Tottenham are doing so bad. Uh, who is Leo supporting? Um, I think we already know that one. Where's your smiley face at with that one, Scott? Um, I swear if Tottenham starting 11 were all Scottish, then they'd win the Champions League. What a guy. Argentinian B Romero is cool and will bring home the World Cup medal to make the rest of our team gel. Yeah, I I think I think Argentina definitely has the best opportunity to win. This looks like this is definitely going to be their year. And knowing that we do have Argentinian going there, that would be very awesome to see him come back to Hotspur Way. And, just like when Hugo was able to do that, it adds some sort of, stature to your resume. It lets the other people in the club know, like, damn, Romero is a World Cup winner. Um, and you don't take that lightly. I'm pretty sure that he could walk around with his thing swinging in the locker room now after that. Not like he doesn't already, but he would definitely be more inclined to do so then. So big up, Ellie. Scottish lad, USA actually pretty deep at that position, so tough for a young kid to make it. Yeah. Dyer and Maguire at center back. Oof. I agree with all those crying emojis. Dyer and Maguire. Oh, I don't even know what to think about that. I don't know if they're gonna go with four at the back or three. They kind of have the same problems that Tottenham do as far as not having like the best center backs. So Dyer and Maguire, I hope that Maguire doesn't get a fucking sniff at a minute there at the World Cup. But um, that's yet to see. I was hoping for the young kid from AC Milan to get a chance to play, but um, you know, Gareth Southgate has his own agenda. I'm just glad that Eric Dyer is a part of the England squad. Um, so I could be happy with that. Um, let's see here. We got the homie back.
Bro,
Ellie
sorry about
says
that.
F off. I think that was for the question about England and Denmark. Harry Hotspur. It's called future planning. The USA need experience. I swear the manager does the bare minimum. And then we have Scott M just laughing. Um, I should have included a pot staring emoji for that question, Leo. Don't trip, my homie. I envisioned one. I knew what was going on. Um, it's no secret that I support, the Three Lions, and will definitely be rooting for them. And then, like Parker says, until they get knocked out, and if they just so happen to get knocked out, then I think I'm gonna have to be like Miss Ellie and root for the Argentinian beef to bring home the trophy. That and I love Leo Messi. Like Leo Messi is just the best player ever.
Yeah.
So I would appreciate the sport. I would appreciate the moment. I would appreciate and like cherish the memory of watching Messi lift the World Cup. You know what I mean, Parker? I
Yeah, and I
think
think
that's just
that
like
would
all he needs.
I think that would finally like separate the two between Ronaldo question and
Yeah.
Messi, like who's better, and if Messi wins the World Cup, then it's like obviously Messi will go down in history as the greatest player ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
Honestly,
I
my
don't see
homie,
Portugal winning it. So
yeah. Yeah, I see it very hard. I even see it very hard for it to be a Portugal Argentina final, Look, dude, I have a confession to make. When when Messi was at Barcelona, I've always kind of like I like Real Madrid in the Spanish league, right? If I'm gonna watch the La Liga, I'm watching Real Madrid.
sure,
So I've always been like a Ronaldo. I'd favor it. I'd favor Ronaldo over Messi, and I would always get beat up in these debates how I would think Ronaldo individually can win the games for you, and Messi collectively will win you the trophies with his squad because he's an integral part of the mechanism that is his team. But bro, after like just coming to terms with reality, my homie, I've so picked Messi. Like I've so like left Ronaldo in the dust, and I'm just like a huge Lionel Messi fan. Just because the shit that he does with the ball. Uh,
yeah,
I mean, he's a savage, bro. He's the best player ever, and so I hope to God that if England don't win it, I'm going for the Argentinians for sure. I'm going for Leo Messi.
yeah, I agree. I definitely think that, like I said, if Messi does win that trophy, that he will be considered the greatest player that's ever lived. And the thing is, like Ronaldo won the Euros a few years ago or whatever, and he always had that on Messi, and then Messi won the Copa America, so then he kind of like went back. So then like it's really even, honestly, when it comes to like trophies and stuff, and who's the
Yeah,
greatest. So this is really the chance for Messi, and I really think that Argentina have a better chance than Portugal.
yeah. Oh,
So
for sure, for sure, for
yeah,
sure.
I mean
Um,
it hasn't started yet, so things are gonna change once we see like the first group stage happen, and we're really gonna see like who's the strongest team. But I'm really, yeah, I'm really pushing towards Argentina and Messi.
yeah, yeah. Just real quick, go through these. The Scottish lad, your homie says, the Three Lions. I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. In a Jose Mourinho accent. I would have picked Tamori and Tarkowski over Dyer and Maguire. Look, that's a fair shout too, Hasper. Um, I'm just
Tarkowski,
biased.
yeah. Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm just biased. So like, I would not want to see Dyer out of there. I'm just a typical Spurs fan who like overrates Dyer. You know what I mean?
But
Uh,
at the same time, you should know Dyer and what he's capable of. And
yeah.
as a
It
Spurs
all
fan, I know
depends.
he's not going to start. He's not going to.
It all
I mean, he'll
depends, bro.
play. He'll probably play. Come in maybe if we're up 2-0 or 3-0 or something like that. But he's not starting. It's going to be Stones and Maguire, and that's like starting center back partnership. But and that's only because I am a Spurs fan. I know what he's capable of doing, and in the World Cup, you can't give up those kind of like decisions that he does and those kind of mistakes that he makes. It's just too much because
That's the truth, bro.
every mistake that he makes costs us a goal every time,
Yeah.
every time. And
Yeah.
ever
I
since
mean,
he got picked as like an England international, he's been shit.
yeah. That's not a lie, bro. That's not a lie. Ever since he got his call up again this season, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
did you see the gesture that he did for Ventroni's family? He signed the jersey and sent it to the family. So big up to Eric Dyer for doing that. That's like fair play. You know what I mean? That's pretty dope on his part.
I
Um,
do like that, but at the same time, it's like, bro, give yourself a little bit more credit. But
I mean, he's just yeah appreciative. I start a couple of comments. I'm gonna go back to them
it
here in a
wasn't
little
because of
bit.
Petroni that he got the England call up. Like, let's be real. Like, dude, give yourself
No,
a little bit
but
more credit. You worked hard on the offseason. Petroni was, I don't know, dude.
I don't think he
I
worked
get
that
it.
hard on the offseason.
No, like I get it. Like he was only with Dyer for like less than 6 months. I don't think that he was the reason, but
We'll
still,
be on to Group
still good.
C. Speaking of Lionel Messi, my homie, he's going to be playing against Saudi Arabia. He's going to be playing against El Tri, Selección de Mexico, and Poland. This is a tricky group. Poland, uh, they're not a pushover team. You know what I mean? They have some ballers. Mexico right now, I don't want to really like go out there on the limb and say they'll get second because I'm not even that confident in them. Um, Parker, Saudi Arabia. I hope I can speak for you when I say that. Like, I don't even can name like a pro baller from their squad, and that's
Yeah,
no
you can't
disrespect
rate
to
them.
them.
You can't rate them.
Um,
I think. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
no, go ahead, bro.
my opinion is I think Argentina and Mexico are going to advance, and I'll tell you
Okay.
why. So Poland, like you said, they have good players. They have Lewandowski, right? Lewandowski or whatever. But just because you have a striker doesn't make you the best team. It doesn't mean you're going to advance. If you don't give that striker like the right, you know, you don't give him the ball like when he needs to, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work out. So, I mean, we've seen a lot of games this year where Kane, even last year, like where Kane is just like not doing anything, right? We can't give Kane the ball. We don't score. That's just how it is. So
Oh.
when I'm talking about like overall players in like a team that can actually advance into the next round, I think Mexico is a better team than Poland overall when you look at like the whole picture. So
Yeah. Mexico have a player named Edson Alvarez who plays for Ajax. He's a baller, homie. I would definitely like to have him in the midfield. I'm actually kind of worried that he might eventually go to Manchester United because of Eric Ten Hag. Eric Ten Hag took him from shit, what team was he playing at? Yeah, I think he was playing like in Liga MX and took him to
yeah,
Amsterdam over there with Ajax, and he's been a baller ever since. He's a big dude, tall dude, good on the ball. He's fighting right now with Hector Herrera for the starting position there in Mexico's midfield. My cousin actually has a podcast where he talks about El Tri, and he invited me to go watch the game at the Celtic. I think it's called the Celtic. I think that's like a bar downtown or something like that. I don't know. So I'm gonna vlog my experience going and watching the Mexico game with a bunch of different lads from Denver. I guess there's gonna be a lot of people, so definitely gonna go check that out. Um, yeah, I just wanted to chime in with that. Parker, I think we're safe to assume that we both think that Argentina and Mexico will advance on this group.
I do think so, and I think a lot of people would probably just say Poland because of Lewandowski, and I mean they do have more players. They have some depth. Like I think Matty Cash is switched over to Poland for his nationality or whatever. He's got some. heritage there, some shit. I don't know. It's still not enough because if you have a world class striker and you don't have the what is the word I'm thinking of?
Service, the
Yeah, you don't
service.
have the service, then you're not going to score the goals. It's a
Yeah,
team game, especially in the World Cup. Everyone is man, everyone goes 100%. It's going to be crazy. So yeah, I still think Mexico and Argentina.
no. Peace out, Scottish lad. Parker will be glad that you're gone. As a human being, Dyer is cool. As a player, he's a fool. He makes bias errors, basic errors. Yeah, that's how that's the truth. Truth.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Then we move on to Group D. Group D consists of France, Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia. Um, Parker, can you name the starting 11 of Tunisia? Besides that one guy and that other guy and that one dude?
Well, I do know they're gonna have a goalkeeper. No,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it'll be Denmark, Ericsson, and you got
Viking
Hoybier in there.
Hoiberg.
Yeah,
Denmark has a good team, bro. They got a good team. I think Australia might be, a little bit out of the weight class there. Australia too has, a good team. Look, bro, to make it into the World Cup finals, like you have to have,
exactly.
and they did like some playoff rounds to make it. They had to beat some people extra to make it. So they're
Yeah,
no pushover team. It's just you're getting the likes of France, you're getting the likes of Denmark up against you, and I
yeah.
think
And this is the World Cup. This isn't a friendly, and maybe
yeah,
Australia, given a different time and a different, like sort of environment, maybe they could win a game. But this is the World Cup, and France and
yeah,
Denmark are advancing
for
100%.
sure.
They just have
I agree.
they
That
want
was a quick
more.
one. Um, Parker, slight odds, maybe, France to repeat, or is that
No,
out of the question?
not at all. Yeah, no. They're not getting
Hugo's a
past
little
the.
bit too
I think
old.
they'll advance, like I said, but they're not getting past the quarters. They're going to lose their first game into
The
the round.
knockout stage.
Yeah,
Okay. Fair shout. If my basic alphabet tree is right, I think E goes next. And in Group E, we have Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. Some people, Parker, are calling this group here. There's always that group of death. You're talking
definitely.
Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. I was watching this
Yeah,
show about Japan. Uh, they have some freaking ballers, bro.
yeah,
Japan has a lot of ballers right now. They have the dude that was a Galactico over there in Real Madrid. To I don't even want to butcher the man's name, so I'm not even gonna try. The little Real Madrid dude.
yeah.
They have a couple of players over there in Scotland with Celtic. Um, Costa Rica, not the best lineup there, but they have ballers, bro.
They can
Germany,
always pull out something. You can't underestimate
yeah,
Costa
yeah.
Rica. You can't
Oh my
underestimate
God, yeah.
Germany either. So that I think I would agree that this is probably the toughest group out of all of them. And I mean, when I look at Spain, just first of all, Spain, they're just they're too good, man.
It's synonymous with winners, bro. You know what I mean?
They
They're
they just
especially
keep
in this stage.
producing talent. They just keep pushing out like all those talents. So I think that they will advance, and I mean it's gonna be a tough group. I think it'll be really close, but I think Spain and Germany will probably like edge it.
I think on paper, Spain and Germany is definitely the best way to go about it. Um, Tough group, bro. That's a tough group there.
It really is.
Um,
It really is.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Germany and Japan. I think that's gonna be like my shock
Yeah,
of the group stages. There is
I can see
Spain to
that.
miss out. Yeah, I'm gonna say Spain misses out on the tournament part. And I think Germany and Japan will definitely go through on that. Like I
I
said, I
want
seen this really well put show on the Japanese team, and yeah, I'm convinced, bro. I'm convinced they have a good squad, so I'm
Yeah.
convinced.
I think you're right. Spain are a really young team. They got like those
Yeah,
like Gavi and like that one
yeah.
guy. Oh, gosh, I can't remember. Um,
I mean, but you got to think about it.
anyway,
Their captain is Sergio Busquets.
they're
Busquets is going
young.
to be in the
I'm
midfield.
sure they have. Yeah, sure, they have Busquets in the midfield or whatever, and
Yeah,
they got some people.
but
But
he's like washed up, bro.
yeah, but he's also playing defensive midfield. He's not going forward. So he's
Yeah,
one
but
of
I
those
mean,
players
like
that you can just chill in the back and just kind of like pass it wherever he wants and just let them do the work. And they are, but like I said, like they're really a young squad. Um, I I don't know. I wouldn't be completely surprised if they didn't make the group. They
yeah,
didn't make the final 16, but I think they will
I won't be surprised if
because
they
of
do go through. Honestly,
their youth. I don't know. What's the other guy I'm talking about? The other midfielder for Spain, not Gavi. The other guy. Who am I talking?
like
Barcelona. Come on.
Pedri.
Yeah, Pedri.
Yeah,
Pedri. Yeah, Pedri and
they
Gavi.
have
Like those
they
are
have some
two
class players.
world. I mean, yeah, maybe not now, but I mean, in the next for the future, those two. I mean, I think Spain could definitely win the World Cup in the next 8, 14 years or something like that. So
Yeah, yeah. I think Spain barely misses the cut, bro. I'm talking maybe like Japan advance on like head to head, or I mean, I guess you can't have head to head, but like on maybe goal difference or something. I
yeah,
don't know.
they'll be a tough one
That's just
for sure.
um. Now we're going on Group F. And this is Scott M's group: Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. Um, what your first impressions on this group, bro? What do you think?
I think Belgium are the obvious favorites. Kevin De Bruyne being a kind of like the focal point of their team. He's taken no shit. He's sick of, I've heard interviews of him. I'm tired of all these friendlies. I just want to get to the World Cup kind of thing. So they're ready. They're ready to just advance. As for the other, Croatia's also old. They're getting old. Modric.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
Perisic.
yeah, Perisic on our team as well. Yeah, they're getting past that age. So, and I think Canada is one of those teams that are kind of up and coming.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be Belgium, Canada.
Okay. The only thing that kind of like worries me about Belgium is I don't really know who's going to be playing center back for them. I don't know if that's still Toby and Jan Vertonghen, um, that are their center back. If that's the case, then damn. I mean, two excellent defenders in their
No, they're
day,
not
but
playing
I
center
mean,
back, bro.
yeah, they still do, bro. That's their pairing. So that's what
No,
I'm saying.
I
Like, who
just
else
don't
plays
think
there?
that Vertonghen's going to be playing center back.
I would hope
I think
not,
he's playing for like Anderlecht right now. Which is like
bro.
kind
But
of
he's.
like if they were in the
Let me
Premier
see.
League, they'd be relegated, right? So he's not going to be playing. Alderweireld, I really don't know what Alderweireld's up to. What is he up to?
Like winning championships ever since he left. Ever since he left Spurs.
Where, what team is he playing for?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, bro. I'm trying to see right now who's
Yeah, if they're
on
not
their
playing for
squad.
top clubs in top, leagues and like fighting for like those top spots, I can't see them actually starting for the World Cup. I mean,
Let me see here, my homie. Um, why am I having a hard time pulling this shit up, bro? So Yammer Tongan and Toby Elderwild are on the squad, bro.
they're
You
not
got
going to
people.
play. They're not. They can't. They're too
I mean,
old.
look, bro. They have Timothy
Vertonghen.
Timothy Gastagny from Leicester, Thomas Mounier from Borussia Dortmund, Zeno de Bass from Anderlecht, Arthur Thiet from Rennes, Wout Faes, a good defenseman there, a good defender from Leicester, Toby Alderweireld from Royal Antwerp, and Jan Vertonghen from Anderlecht. Which of those six, bro, do you know more than Toby and Jan? You know what I mean?
I would
I think they might be starting, bro.
if they were next to each other, then I would be really surprised and actually like pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Like I
Time
would
will
not
tell,
be
bro. I think
upset
they are
at all.
playing.
I would be pretty like pleasantly surprised if I saw them starting center backs together. It'd be like hell yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, maybe like 4 years ago, last World Cup. I think they're gonna have a hard time getting out of the group, but I think it's gonna be them, and I think Canada for sure. I agree with you. Canada will make it through. They have up and coming squad. They definitely were uh ahead of Mexico and the US in the CONCACAF, you know what I mean, for a while.
Yeah, they're a
So
decent squad. They got some good
I
players.
could definitely see that happening, bro. On to Group G, the G spot, homie. Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon.
Okay, I'll start. So I wanna. Okay, so I think Switzerland will make it. Um, and I think a large part of that is because of Granit Xhaka. And I know it's going to hurt a lot of people that are listening to this that I'm saying that. But I mean, he's been really, really good this season for Arsenal. And I don't even like to say the word Arsenal during this podcast. Like, that's kind of like a word I kind of like to keep out. But when we're talking about the World Cup and everything, it's like Switzerland are 100% going to get through and it'll be Brazil and Switzerland. Cameroon will be a really really good competition for Switzerland, and I don't know a whole lot about Cameroon or Switzerland really for that matter, but and then Serbia. This is also a good. This is also a
Yeah,
really good
I was
group,
waiting for you to finish because I was gonna say Serbia can't just be
bro. I don't
you
know
can't just
Serbia,
count them out like
but
that.
then at the same time, what's his name on? God, I can't think of names right now. The dude on
Mitrovic,
Poland. Yeah,
Mitrovic.
Mitrovic. He's been injured. He's not playing. He hasn't
True.
played for the Premier League for like 3 weeks. So,
I think
but at the same
Broja
time,
from
that could give
Chelsea
him a
plays
little
there
bit.
too.
That could give him a little bit more rest, and he could be like ready for this World Cup.
Yeah.
Serbia is
If
good.
you
This
had to
is
pick
another
two
one of those
winners, bro,
groups.
who you taking?
Well, Brazil automatically gets through.
Yeah.
It's about the second team, and this is another really really tough group. I think.
Hotspur had a good comment earlier, and I started to bring it back up. Brazil have the best squad, so it wouldn't surprise me if Richarlison was top scorer. He plays good. He scores when he plays with Brazil, and they do have I mean a reasonable group. Um,
Oh, they always do. Yeah,
so then let's just say Brazil. I'm going with Brazil,
it's a tough one, man. It's tough.
bro. I'm going with Brazil and Cameroon, homie.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I would ever bet on this group. It's one of those groups I think whew, you never really know. Gosh. I I want to go with Switzerland. And
Brazil and Switzerland.
yeah.
Okay. All right. The last group, homie, is Group H, and it consists of Ronaldo, Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea.
Wow.
You think South Korea makes it out of this group, homie?
100%.
Really?
100%. South Korea makes it. Dude,
South Korea and Portugal?
they are a bunch of soldiers, man. Like everybody in the South Korean team has gone through, army training. They all have very strict regiments. They're all very, um, you know, I don't know what I'm.
Educated, well educated. They're
Yeah.
brought up very similar to how Sung Hyung Min is brought up. I think like their cultural, the difference between them and a lot of people is like their upbringing is really strict. You know what I mean? I hope I'm not being biased or racially incorrect here when I suggest that maybe they're all brought up the same. You know, it's like, bro, like if you're born in Mexico, homie, and you're born to Mexican family, like they're gonna be education on you. Like you have to educate, you have to go to you're a hard worker, education, So I think like the upbringing is just definitely they're cut from a different cloth, you know.
Yeah.
But I think Uruguay, bro, is definitely my cousin. He was saying how he's a Manchester United fan, and we chat a lot, like during games and stuff. He'll tell me, bro, Spurs need to, shake it off, or like whatever the case may be. And he's saying that Uruguay might even be like a dark horse, to watch out for them. Um, Portugal, they got a lot of ballers, so maybe it's safe to say that they are for sure gonna to go through. How far they'll go, who knows, man? But I could see them getting out of this group. And I hate to say it, homie. I think Sonny is gonna pack it up early, and I think Uruguay is gonna make it out of that group.
So Uruguay and who?
Portugal and Uruguay.
Okay, gotcha. I think it'll be Portugal and South Korea.
Okay.
Uruguay obviously have the greatest midfielder in the world. What the hell was that?
It's my son. He's telling me we should stream the World Cup song. Um,
Anyway, um,
that was a good. I
Uruguay
mean, that's a good group though, too,
Uruguay
bro.
has the greatest midfielder ever in Bentancur, but it's not enough. Um, they have Suarez, and he's a little bit over his, past his age.
But they have Valverde from Real Madrid. They
Yeah,
have the dude from Liverpool that's scoring a bunch of goals too. The noodle, what's his
Darwin
name?
Nunez.
Darwin Nunez. They have Godin like a fucking rock at the back. I'm
No, he's way past his prime, bro.
oh yeah, he's past his prime, but like if the people ahead of you are doing their job, bro, then we'll
I'd be
see. I don't
surprised.
really
I'd be surprised if Uruguay make it, honestly.
okay. So you're going with South Korea and Portugal for that age group.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro, before we round it up, homie, what's up, man? You gonna predict the Golden Boot winner?
Golden Boot winner. Wow, that is a good question. Man, I mean, it probably has to be a team that's going to make it to the final, right? Um,
Not necessarily.
I mean, it's pretty set like that usually. Um, I really, really want to say Sun. I know he had a huge injury and he just had surgery, and I don't think they're gonna make it like past the semifinals. But I'd really love Sun to be the the Golden Boot winner. Um, what do you think? Who do you think is gonna be the Golden Boot winner?
Um, I could definitely see Harry Kane being the Golden Boot winner, and I'm not trying to be biased. I hope
Okay.
England goes deep, so I hope that he's scoring goals. I definitely am gonna say that he's gonna break the England all-time goal scoring record this World Cup. He needs three to go. I think he's gonna go past that. I know he hasn't been scoring too much with them, so I might be going out on a limb. If I was not to use my Spurs and England bias, I think then I would pick. Honestly, bro, I think maybe Darwin Nunez, bro. I mean, he's a goal scorer, a
They're
poacher,
not
and if they
getting
could give
past
him
the
the
group
service,
though.
I mean, I got them going
I'm just
past my
kidding.
group.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know.
But we'll see, man. Who do you think's gonna have? Who's gonna be the best goalkeeper?
Best goalkeeper? Oof. Wasn't expecting this question. I can tell you it won't be Larice.
Bro, I think it's gonna be the Argentinian keeper Emilio Martinez, the
Emilio, yeah,
Ash
Aston Villa, yeah.
Aston Villa keeper. He's not like the best keeper at the World Cup, but like you said, it might be down to like he's gonna go the furthest maybe, and in order for him to go the distance, he's gonna need to put up some clean sheets. So I could definitely see him catching a few more clean sheets than the rest.
I agree
Um,
with you. I 100%
yeah,
agree.
just because he's got a good team in front of him. Argentina have a good defense. Or look, bro, even Allison, or is it going to be Allison, or who's the other
Ederson,
Brazilian keeper?
Anderson.
Yeah, one of those two dudes, bro,
Allison, I
Ederson
think
or
could
Allison.
start, but I don't know. We'll see, man. I would choose Allison, but they're both really on that cusp, of like who are you gonna choose? Kind of
Yeah,
like it
pick
kind
your
of goes
poison,
down to
basically.
who you like more, and
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'd pick Ederson personally.
You would? Okay.
I would.
Okay.
Oh, if I'm having to pick the Brazil keeper,
Yeah,
I'm going Ederson all day, bro.
I gotcha.
Fucking Allison is good with his feet. I think Ederson is just great with his feet work, with his footwork. Both of them distribution. Oh my God, they could be charged with Rico counts, bro. How they distribute.
I think
Um,
Allison is better, man. I really do.
the only thing I don't like about Allison, homie, is he's always due for like a blunder, homie. He always has like a Hugo Lloris moment, like at least once a game, and I don't see that in Ederson's game.
Uh, really? Because I think Ederson has made more mistakes than Allison. So I think what you're thinking of is that one moment earlier in the season
No,
when
I think of a lot.
the
I don't
right
like
backs
Allison.
passed it back to Allison and he wasn't even
Yeah,
like, ready for it and he wasn't in the right position and it was like it wasn't
straight
on
Hugo'd
Allison
it.
at all. But a lot of the stuff that Anderson does, he has the ball and he's too comfortable with it and he'll just like pass it to like the person next to it and then he'll give him a goal. Like
Yeah.
that
I
happens like
mean,
more than once. That's happened a couple of times with Anderson. That
but
doesn't mean he's a bad goalkeeper. I think he's a fantastic goalkeeper, but if I had to choose one, I would be Allison because I think he's a little bit more mature. He doesn't make as many
okay.
mistakes. Anderson does make more mistakes, man. Honestly, if you look
Yeah,
at it,
I
the
would
way
take
the
Ederson
way
all day.
he the way he distributes the ball from the goalkeeper's position is so much worse. I mean, he gives it up in so many more times. If you look at it, trust
Yeah.
me, Allison is 100%
What
better.
about what about a dark horse, bro? Let's just say for something was to happen, Argentina get knocked out, Brazil get knocked out, England are out. Who do you think is a dark horse to take that?
That's a hard question to answer, but just because it's like this is the World Cup, there's really not a whole lot of dark horses. But if I had to choose one, it would be Senegal.
Ooh, that's a dark ass horse. Yeah.
They
Um,
know how to win.
yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go with if there was gonna be a team outside of those, I think it's gonna be Uruguay to win it. If those other teams get knocked out, I for some reason, like I said, I like their team. Um, at least I just retweeted your show for you lads. Anyone awake in England in the wee hours will see it. My homies, thank you. We appreciate you, Ellie, for
Why do
sure.
you
Big
like
ups to you.
Uruguay?
Bentancur, you know, I don't think Luis Suarez is really going to be that impactful, bro.
No, I don't either. I
Yeah,
really
like
don't either.
I just feel like they have a good team, bro. I like Valverde from Real Madrid. I like this Darwin Núñez. I don't like Darwin Núñez as a Liverpool player, but like now that nations against nations and not clubs versus club, I'm gonna root for him if I'm watching that game as a neutral.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I
So
know it, and
that's just a dark horse.
no, I totally get it, man. I like that. I like that answer because I think Uruguay and Darwin Nunez even they're gonna play a little different than what they've done, with their club teams
Mm, for
because
sure. I
Nunez recently, very recently, has done good in
good.
their
Yeah.
last game. So he's in good form, and these guys and that's the thing about the World Cup. Everybody knows each other so well, and yeah, just I think you're right.
Dude,
Uruguay could go pretty far.
you know what I like to see is like the Brazil versus Argentina games, homie. You ain't allowed on that pitch if you ain't sleeved up on both arms, bro. Have you seen them players? They
Oh yeah,
all are sleeved up, bro. The Brazilians and the Argentinians, they're all
Romero,
tattooed up. Yo, yo, homie, which Tottenham player will go the furthest?
Romero.
Romero. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I love
I
him.
agree.
I love him. I love the
So we
guy.
kind of touched on this earlier, but we didn't really like do this subject. We do know that South Korea is playing Uruguay. You said you fancy South Korea to get out of the group, but
Yeah,
when Sonny and Bentancur play, bro, who's having the better game?
Bentancur.
Okay,
This is a team game. It's not one against one.
okay. When France plays against Denmark, Hugo versus Hoiberg, is Hoiberg gonna score on Hugo?
That's a good one. That'll be a really good game, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It will be.
I think France are a little lacking when it comes to fitness. So I I think Denmark are going to edge France. That's definitely one of my dark horses. Denmark.
Okay. If it comes down to it and it's 90th minute, who
Bale.
scores you fancy Bell to score
Oh
that last
yeah,
minute? He's known for doing it.
easily. He's done it time after time. Real
Yeah.
Madrid, Wales, no matter what, he comes through in the clutch, and he's gonna. I
Yeah.
mean, think about the 2012 season, right? If it wasn't for Bale, we probably would have been like towards the bottom
Yeah.
of the table.
Yeah.
He literally he he bailed us out of so many games, and that's kind of what he
I
does.
agree.
He even did that against LA.
Yeah. That was
This
pretty
season,
dope, homie. I'm not
he
gonna lie.
scored the 95th minute winner to make LA
Tie.
win whatever.
No,
Yeah.
they tied and then
Oh,
they
they
went into
tied. Yeah,
extra. Yeah, and then they went into PKs where
and they won
yeah.
in PKs. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I would choose Bale, in that situation. So
Okay. Bro, I don't know if you said it or not, but who's winning it?
I've told you before, so it won't be a surprise to you. But Argentina are winning the World Cup.
Yeah. Damn you, Parker. I agree, bro. I agree. I want to see it come home. Um, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Are you talking about coming home as in like United States? Because you live in the
No,
United States, so it's got to come home
no.
as in the United States.
It's going home to where football is from, bro. Let me see here. I want to end the poll. We had a couple of votes. Argentina to win it with 55, Brazil to win it with 22, other 22, and nobody said England's winning it. Yeah, I mean that's general. That's like the general consensus. England just not going to win it.
That's
Um,
surprising, given this is like mostly English people watching.
yeah, I mean it is what it's just, bro. You
Zero?
gotta like, yeah, 0 for England.
Wow.
If we don't get one or two World Cup wins coming back, then we really are cursed regarding trophies, man. Damn. Yeah, we need to have one or two players come back with the trophy back to Spurs, because if not, yeah, we are doomed. Ellie, thank you for tuning in. Parker, is
Um,
there anything else that you wanted to chime in with, bro, before we log out this joint?
I mean, I just want to say I don't think that if none of our players win a World Cup, that doesn't. It's not necessarily gonna like doom our like the second half of our season. I think honestly the opposite. I think if a lot of our team gets out early, that could actually help our squad a little
Yeah,
bit. They'll be a little less fatigued. Ready. They just lost a huge competition. They're going to be hungry. They're going to be ready to win something. So
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. I think players that go far in the World Cup, they're going to struggle a little bit more, especially in January. So
I
yeah,
agree. I agree. You guys don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Mile High Hotspur. Don't forget to drop us a follow on Twitter at Mile High Hotspur. If you guys are interested in becoming a Patreon, you could head over to patreon.com/Mile High Hotspur. Thank you guys for tuning in to this episode. The Deli Ali episode, homie. 20.
oh yeah,
Deli Ali. The next one is the Kulisevsky episode, homie. So I can't wait for that
oh
one.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, the Kulisevsky joint. Well, you guys, as far as Parker and I are concerned, we're just two lads that love to talk about Tottenham Hotspur. Our podcast is too good to miss, so make sure to tune in wherever it is that you are. Have a good rest of your evening. Parker, anything else, my homie?
No man, let's just wait for the World Cup and see what happens.
All right, brother.